Hey folks, welcome to another edition of Play Branson. It's the show about the shows and where you get to know Branson's entertainers better. My name's Chris Meyer and I am here today with Haley Westrich.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing great too.
We are in June.
We are, yes.
Right now. Now sometimes when people watch this, maybe later than June,
right.
But this is June 20th episode.
Yes.
And we are talking about families today.
Absolutely. We've got Jacob Hughes with us, who's our guest, who's a part of a pretty big family here in town. So we're excited to have him with us.
And so they're one of the largest performing family, I think, in the entire world.
Yeah.
And so this show is actually because somebody requested him specifically.
Yes, we've had several people request him.
Which kind of comes back to we want to do what you want. And so when you tell us you want somebody, we work hard to get them on.
Yes.
And so other performing families, we have the Haygoods, in Branson, we have Six, we have the Duttons,
the Bretts,
the Presleys.
Yes.
I'm sure I'm leaving. Well, the
Ballknobbers.
The Ballknobbers. This is probably the number one place for performing families in the world.
And the number one place for families to come. That's
right. There we go. Now, here's the thing is we have some new family fun attractions in Branson, some new ones.
We do.
So Wonderworks is coming. But there is a new ride called the Skyscraper.
Yes.
And it's over at the tracks.
I don't think I'm going to be doing that one. I mean, it's pretty tall and crazy. But it would be fun to go watch people do it.
So here's what it says here. I printed this out. It's 80, the tower stands 80 feet tall and it has this windmill style propeller on it. And it extends to 170 feet. And it swings people around up to 60 miles an hour.
Woo.
So only I think it's 2 people or 4 people can get on it at once. So not a lot of people can ride it at a time.
Are you going to ride it?
I would love to ride it. I would love to ride it. If they'll call me, I will come ride it. So we have the Skyscraper. Then we also have another one, which is, I've got to get my notes here, is the Branson Sawmill. And that's an attraction over there by the Branson Coaster. And it's a 123-foot tower. And they'll spin at least 10 revolutions a minute on that. But and then they get a great view of those Ozark Mountains there. But here's what I didn't realize. It says here that they're going to have an axe throwing lane as well.
Oh, wow.
I just hope they don't throw an axe at the guy that's operating the ride.
Yeah, that'd be pretty bad.
Yes. So it sounds like they may have some characters. I don't know.
Sounds fun though.
So that's kind of right across from Walmart. And I guess they're calling that new ride the Branson Sawmill. So and I guess maybe because it goes around in a circle or something like that. So anyway, lots of family fun things happening. I'm about out of time, but I did have a few dumb facts.
Okay.
Do you want to do them now or should we save them for later?
Let's save them for the end.
We're going to save them for the end. So you got to watch our dumb facts at the end. We'll be back in just a moment with
Jacob Hughes.
There are so many things to do in Branson. You need help planning and booking all your fun. You need iBranson.com. You can find everything Branson has to offer from your computer, tablet, or cell phone. You can even buy tickets online or talk to one of their friendly Branson travel specialists. There's no sales pitches, no delivery fees, no service fees, and no waiting. It's fast and easy. Find your fun at iBranson.com. Do it all online or call 877-ENTERTAIN. That's 877-368-3782. iBranson.com.
Hey folks, welcome back to Play Branson. We are here today with Jacob Hughes with the Hughes Music Theater or Music Show. What do you like to call it?
Hughes Music Shows.
Music Show. Okay. Yeah. It used to be It. And you changed the name.
Made some changes, yeah.
A couple of years ago.
Yeah, there was a horror movie that came out just a little while ago. So we were like, we don't want to be compared to that. So decided to make the change.
But I think it's a good name. I mean, and it's not because it's not just the Hughes brothers anymore.
Yeah, for sure. We've added a lot of stuff to the show as of late, and the brothers used to do their own thing, and that's why they were just called the Hughes brothers. But now that we've incorporated the entire family, we made that change. Yeah.
So let's go way back, and you've been here for a long time. Talk about your history, even though you're young, and just your history in the music business.
Well, like my family's history or
both,
me personally?
Both.
All right. Well, my family originally comes from Utah, and back when my dad and his brothers were very little, they would sing a lot, and they got the opportunity to come to Silver Dollar City. And I can't remember what year that was, but it was a long time ago. And ever since then, we we've been at the Roy Clark Celebrity Theater. We purchased that a long time ago, and we've been in Branson for like 27 years or something like that.
So did you just grow up literally on stage?
Yeah, for sure. We do this thing in our Christmas show. We have a nativity scene, and so we it's a kind of tradition for our family, for each one of the babies to play baby Jesus, and I was baby Jesus. So from day one, I was on stage. So it's nothing new. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how does that work? I mean, being in a show like that, I mean, do you have like certain family members that coach you like vocally compared to like dancing?
Yeah. We for the most part, we're all very active in producing the show ourselves, and we have a couple people that help from past shows here in Branson. But yeah, like my aunts, they all do the choreography of the show, and Jason, who's my uncle, he's the producer, and yeah, very much involved in all of that stuff.
Cool. So what is a typical day, I guess, as a Hughes child? What does that look like?
Oh man, well, it's very hectic. Honestly, we need to get a bigger theater because everyone's running around and stuff. But normal day, I think, consists of us just waking up, going to rehearsals, practicing for the shows. We're going to start doing Christmas rehearsals here pretty soon. And yeah, just for the most part, for the first part of the day, doing rehearsals, and then doing voice lessons. I mean, rehearsals consists of a lot of different things throughout the day.
And we're talking, I mean, you guys are known really as the world's largest performing family. And so talk a little bit about that and how many people actually, family members, are involved.
Oh man, yeah, we are. I mean, it's kind of crazy. We're known as the world's largest performing family. And I think there's 36 kids, and that's not including the 4 brothers and the 4 wives.
Yeah.
So it's very, like I said, we need a bigger theater and bigger stage because it's very crammed on the stage.
Yeah. So growing up, did you say, I want to do this, I don't want to do it? Was there ever that like point where you had to make the decision, or is it just kind of expected? Like,
that's a good question. Our family, we've never ever pressured anyone into ever doing the show, and growing up, I always realized that it was such a blessing being in the show. And I actually want to pursue other musical goals with original music, but I've never ever taken the show like for granted and what we do. And always want that family business to succeed. Mm-hmm.
So talk to us a little bit about your music, and I know we'll probably get into that in the second half, but what are some of the things that you're working on right now?
Oh man, lots of things. A little while ago, I released an EP called A Little Bit of Everything, which has been really cool. There's a lot of songs that kind of sound like James Taylor, if you will. Like, that's cool in comparison, because but also I've been working on a lot of new stuff. I have a song coming out with Prince Ivan pretty soon called Complicated, and I'm very excited for that.
Yeah. So the EP, how many, was it 5 songs?
Yeah. For anyone who doesn't know, an EP is it's like an album, only it's shorter. So a regular album could consist of, anywhere from 10 to 15 songs, but an EP is kind of just like a stripped down version of that, so like 6 or 6.
So where would somebody get that EP if they wanted to check it out?
Oh man, currently it's on SoundCloud and YouTube. So if you just look up Jacob Hughes, you could find it pretty soon. Yeah.
I almost didn't recognize you today because you used to have like really long hair.
Yeah, I did.
And so you cut it all off, and I was like, I didn't hardly recognize you.
Yeah, it's a very sad day, but
why'd you have to cut it?
Well, that's a long story too. But it usually, Grandma, since it's a family business, you see, our grandma is our manager, and so she's very into the clean cut look, and so she kind of told me like, look, you kind of have to pick and choose hair or the show. So I chose the show.
Yeah. Well, it looks good. It looks good. I think the girls are still going to be attracted to you.
Thank you.
I mean, it is what it is, right? So you're doing all original music on this EP.
Yes, sir.
And you're writing and doing the whole day. And then is your dad helping produce it?
Oh, yes, absolutely. My dad is a huge part of what I do, and he actually mixes my music. He did that in college at BYU, and so having him there is such a blessing, and he's been teaching me. It's kind of been like my college, just to like sit in and listen to what he does and his brilliance. So
that's so cool, being able to have those special times to be together and both doing something that you both love.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So how do you I think it's easy to kind of stay within the family business, but it's probably a lot harder to say, how do I do my own thing and get out there in other avenues?
Yeah, for sure. I think that's a huge thing about like a manager and stuff. because I don't really know the first thing about how to get out there. Branson and entertainment is all I've ever known. So it's an interesting chapter in learning and growing.
Yeah.
So when you're not doing the music scene, what are some of your other hobbies? What are some things you like to do?
Oh man, I love sports. I love hanging out with my friends. I try not to play too many sports because I play a lot of instruments, and so playing sports, I'm very paranoid about getting hurt.
Sure.
So, but I absolutely love sports, and just hanging out with friends. And
anything in particular in Branson you like to hang out or do?
Oof. We used to do these things called jams, which was really fun. A lot of the artists that want to like spread out and be noticed, or if you will. We would always get together and play our original music for each other, and I think that was a really good
absolutely.
time.
Yeah, and I'd love to see that actually more, just where people in Branson could come do that. Now, if I remember right, correct me if I'm wrong, you were on a showcase over at Legends in Concert where they had brought people in, new artists, but you also performed there.
Yeah, I was terrible. I was very nervous.
Oh, no, you weren't. Yeah,
very
you
nervous.
did good. You did good. I remember it. I was like, he's good talent. So. Now you have 14 brothers and sisters?
Dude, my parents are crazy.
Now, is that like between the brothers? Does Marty have like the most kids?
Yeah, we definitely do. It's just funny because we have the smallest house and 2 bathrooms, and it's a schedule for bathrooms.
Wow. I do have a house for sale in Country Bluff.
Oh.
So next to Curtis Knutson. So you can become.
There you go.
That's a pretty area too.
I need to be plugging my house for sale more often. I haven't done that on Play Branson. I've got a house for sale. Call my realtor. Okay, we'll be back in just a moment with more from Jacob Hughes.
Celebrating 25 years in Branson, the Hughes Music Show. Come see why this show was voted as Best Live Show of the Year by Branson Entertainers. Don't miss the Hughes Music Show. One family, born to entertain. The Hughes Music Show in Branson, Missouri.
Hey folks, welcome back to Play Branson. Today we are here with Jacob Hughes with the Hughes Music Show. And Jacob, you released your own EP, and so you're doing your own music. But talk to people about the show and what they can expect out of the show if they're going to it, and then kind of the role you play in it as well.
Absolutely. So we do a variety show, so we kind of do everything. The first half kind of revolves around a lot of modern stuff, so a lot of stuff that the younger generation can relate to, and nothing too loud though. And the second half, we do a ton of Broadway. Almost all the second half is actually Broadway. Then we end it with some gospel and good old stuff. But my role in the show is I'm the drummer. We used to have a drummer in the show, but he retired just a couple years ago, and ever since then I've kind of taken that role.
So you've taken that role.
Yeah, I'm back behind the cage.
Do you ever come from behind the drums?
I do. I come out during the first half and I perform an original song in the show. Yeah.
So we get to see that. One of them. Awesome.
I had to beg. Exciting. I was like, look, I still want to be out there doing some of the stuff, but yeah.
Awesome. So talk to us a little bit more about the first half and just the modern, you said more current music. Talk about that, because a lot of times people don't think of Branson as having the most current music.
I think a lot of people are trying to change that whole kind of, what's the word? Just that, how people view Branson as just, a lot of the older stuff. But I think a lot of people like Prince Ivan, and a few shows here in town are trying to make it more a modern thing, which I think is really great. Yeah. And the show is just a lot. It's high energy stuff too.
Yeah. So you're doing lots of choreography as well. So at one point in time, how many people could be on stage?
Oh man, all 36 of them.
Yeah.
It's crazy, and just all day. I don't know how people don't run into each other. That's the big question.
Have incidents ever happened where
all the time.
All the time.
Excuse me, all the time. Yeah. I've had my fair share of things like that too.
Yeah. So, is there certain artists that you guys are doing in the first half that you can let us know, or is it secret?
No, it's okay. We do songs like "Hey Brother" from Avicii. We just put in the what's it called? the new musical with Hugh Jackman. Help me out here.
Greatest Showman?
Greatest Showman, thank
Yep.
you. And we do that, and man, that's a question I didn't really think about. We just do a lot of modern stuff in the.
And is that like what you're opening with now
Yeah,
still?
that's
Because that
what
was
I'm
a
opening.
phenomenal number.
Yes,
That is a good number.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So what is your favorite moment in the show?
Oh man, I think when I come down and perform,
Yeah.
I just get to be very intimate with the crowd and
Sure.
then be on the stage again. Yeah.
Cool. And so outside of that, backstage life, I mean, is it chaotic? Is it crazy?
Oh yeah, 100%. We always say that the real show is backstage, and it's very true. And people are just like, if you could see people weaving through the hallways back there.
I want to know how you like keep all the mics straight.
Yeah, people always ask us how we get changed so fast.
Yeah.
And
there's so many costumes too.
Yeah.
I mean, because you have so many people, and then you're changing costumes. Like, you must. Like, I don't know how y'all do it. I mean,
it is crazy. A lot of the wives help with that. A lot of the stuff is handmade too. So but not all of it. Most of it we order. We found a lot of places online where we can gotten our costumes, but it's a process for sure.
So you guys have an award-winning Christmas show. So let's talk to people a little bit about your Christmas show.
Oh man, people love the Christmas show, and we're very blessed that people come back to see it and made it a tradition. And we, like I said, we do a nativity, and we have that tradition of baby Jesus, which people love. And we focus on the true meaning of Christmas and not focusing on what a lot of the world thinks it's about. Bringing it back to where it's supposed to be.
Now, that Christmas show is 100% Christmas. Sometimes people have a Christmas show, and they'll do half like regular stuff, and then the second half will be Christmas. But yours is 100%.
100% Christmas. So you have to come in the Christmas spirit.
Yeah.
And your dad, actually, I mean, he kind of has the big role, right? And
Oh,
playing
yeah.
Santa. So that's kind of fun.
We used to have my grandpa, my dad's dad. He would always play Santa Claus in the show, but he passed away here. I think it's coming up on 4 years, I think. And so my dad now plays the role of Santa Claus. He has the physique for it. So.
That's funny. You also have a restaurant there as well,
yeah.
so we can talk a little bit about the restaurant.
Yeah, we have a bistro. Our lighting guy, his name is Reggie. He used to be a part of a show here called Jerk.
Yes.
He kind of helps out with our choreography too, and he's a brilliant guy, and he's a fantastic cook. So he's helped us put it in a bistro in our upstairs loft there, and it's great because people can just come right after the show and get something to eat.
Can they come before the show though?
I'm pretty sure.
I think they can.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, folks, if you're like, hey, where do I eat? Check out the bistro up there. And then there is also where, like, in the balcony, like where I think you can get a meal, and it may be just for groups. I will have to check, but where you can like eat and then kind of look down at the stage and theater below.
Yeah. Our dinner theater is great. We've had a lot of people love the dinner theater. And it's a fantastic dinner.
Do you know some of the menu items that people can expect?
Oh man, they have pork tenderloin, and I don't know what the sauce that Reggie makes, but it is fantastic. That's my favorite part of the whole meal.
Yeah. I think that's something that, like, because it is a theater, sometimes people don't think about restaurants in theater, and that's why we definitely wanted to emphasize it today is to check out the bistro. And a lot of times we're promoting the Flavor of Branson magazine here on the show, and I believe I know they have an ad in there for the bistro and maybe a coupon, so check that out while you're at it. Give us show times. When can people come see the show?
Well, this Friday we don't have a show today. It's today, I guess. Yeah. Today's Friday. But
when we're filming.
Yeah. And okay, so Tuesday night is when we start, and then we kind of alternate from afternoon shows and nights. So Tuesday night, Wednesday afternoon, and so on until Saturday.
Okay, so you're going back and forth.
Yeah, but we are off Monday. So.
And so you guys share the theater with Six and with Oh Happy Day.
Yeah, fantastic shows.
And so lots going on at that theater.
Yes.
And this theater used to be the Roy Clark Celebrity Theater, so there's a lot of history.
Yeah.
A lot of history.
It's one of the first theaters in Branson.
Yeah. Okay, folks, we've been talking to Jacob Hughes because you requested him. We got him on here. And be sure to go check out his EP that he's got out. and you can get it on SoundCloud, and you can check it out on YouTube. Can you buy it at the theater?
Yes, you can actually. Yeah.
Okay, there we go. So the manager, Lena, thanks for letting him sell his album at the theater.
Yes, thank you, Grandma.
And so, folks, be sure. Wonderful show, great entertainers, great choreography, great costumes. It's high energy, fast paced. People are just going to love the show. And so we'll be back in just a moment. Hey folks, welcome back to Play Branson. We said we would do the dumb facts at the end.
Yes, so here they are.
We want to get them in. This is knowledge you have no use for. But tigers have striped skin, not just striped fur.
That's interesting.
I don't think I knew that. I don't think I would probably try and find that out.
Right, probably not.
Now this is really bizarre to me. In 2005, a fortune cookie company called Wonton Food Inc. correctly foretold lottery numbers, resulting in 110 winners and an investigation. And no fraud was involved.
Interesting.
I mean, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
Like, people really play those numbers from fortune cookies, I guess. That's strange. This is cool. In 2014, Sony made a cassette tape that can store, and I find this unbelievable, 185 terabytes of data.
It's a lot of storage.
I kind of like that, actually.
Yeah.
But people don't make cassette players much anymore. I have boxes of cassette tapes.
Do you?
I do. I do. I need somebody to put them on CD. But
I mean, I've got a CD collection, but those are kind of, yeah.
It really frustrates me. All these car companies are now not making CD players in cars.
Yep.
Please stop. Now this, I just find this really bizarre. In 2014, a missing woman on vacation in Iceland was found when it was discovered that she was in the search party looking for herself. Maybe she was drunk.
Maybe. It sounds like she could have been.
or maybe a little mental. I don't know. That just seems really weird.
Kind of strange.
I almost don't think that's real. I don't know. If you sneeze while traveling at 60 miles per hour, your eyes are closed for an average of 50 feet.
It's kind of scary if you think about it.
There you go. Okay, we have a few minor items we want to mention. There's some great things happening out at Silver Dollar City. We have Kid Magic with Caden Bart Rocket from America's Got Talent. Bart Rocket used to perform in Branson, and so his son's out there through July 21st. They've got Ruben's Swashbuckling Adventure.
I'm excited to see that. That'll be cool.
$1 million production through August 4th. And then they have a bunch of comedians out there as well. Now, guest next week coming
We've got Eric Dalton with us, and he's been at Silver Dollar City with #1 hits of the 60s and 50s too, so in a lot. Busy guy.
Busy guy, and so we'll look forward to talking to Eric Dalton. First time on the show. Once again, we're trying to really talk to lots of people here in Branson on the show.
Absolutely.
Thanks for watching, and we'll be back next week. Be sure to visit ibranson.com if you need help planning your entire Branson vacation.